Now, as I mentioned, there are many good reasons to not take a text literally. But the problem in the church is that so many people approach the subject of Bible allegorically when there's not a good reason to do so. I want to share just a few bad reasons to approach a biblical text allegorically. And by the way, this applies to all of the Bible, the miracles in the book of Exodus, the miracles in the gospel, everything. So here are some bad reasons to take a biblical text allegorically. And again, we'll have to be brief in order to keep things moving. First bad reason, it's too hard to believe. It's too fantastic, Jeff. It's just too out there. It's too supernatural. Many people struggle to accept some of the things that are written in the Bible because they seem impossible. Perhaps they violate the natural order or the rules of physics that we know, and this creates an intellectual obstacle for the reader. This person does not have a problem with revelation or Bible prophecy. This person has a problem with the Bible because Scripture is packed with supernatural miracles. So that person is going to have to allegorize the miracles of the early church in the book of Acts. They're going to have to allegorize almost the entire ministry of Jesus, the plagues of Egypt, the exodus of the Israelites, and on and on and on. So where does it stop? This is a path that, if followed to its conclusion, inevitably leads one to have to allegorize even the resurrection, which is the entire point of Christianity. The Bible begins with an overwhelming supernatural miracle in Genesis 1:1, where we read, "In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth." It's been well said that if you can believe Genesis 1:1, you'll have no problem with the rest of the Bible. If you can believe that God made the entire universe, everything that exists, out of nothing, then you'll have no problem when you read about God working other miracles. Because the one who established and created the laws of nature must be able to rationally transcend them. If you can accept that God created the universe out of nothing, ex nihilo, exactly the way he wanted to, does it not logically follow that he is equally capable of ending it exactly the way he wants to? The beginning of our universe was astonishing, and its end shall be no less. From a Christian perspective, it doesn't make any type of sense to reject a view of the end times solely because it seems too fantastic. By that logic, you'll have to also reject divine creation, the resurrection, and countless other biblical miracles. And even from a scientific perspective, no view should be rejected simply because it seems unbelievable. At one time, the idea of the earth rotating around the sun seemed unbelievable. Every proposed view must be approached and evaluated based upon the evidence. Second bad reason to allegorize a biblical text: it offends me, or it's embarrassing to believe that. I'll keep this one brief. Our feelings are irrelevant. They're irrelevant when it comes to this issue. God is God, and he is not looking for any suggestions on how the end of the world should go down. And he's certainly not concerned with whether or not his plans meet with our approval. Furthermore, our feelings have absolutely no bearing on what is and is not true, because the truth does not bend to our will or our opinions. If you want to pursue the truth in any field, you must check your feelings at the door. And then the third bad reason to allegorize a text: I don't understand it. Doesn't make sense. To allegorize a biblical text because we don't understand it is quite simply pure hubris. It is absolute arrogance, because it means that we've esteemed ourselves so highly that we're willing to claim, well, if I can't understand it, then there's only one possible explanation. It cannot be understood. Therefore, it must be allegorical or something like that. This approach leaves no room for the simple explanation that we might not know everything. We might not know everything. There might be knowledge that we have yet to acquire that, if we did, would open and unlock our understanding of the text without having to reduce it to a vague metaphor. There are good reasons to not view a text literally, but the three reasons I just mentioned are not good reasons. Unfortunately, they're probably the most popular reasons for not taking biblical prophecy literally.